Oh shit. Here we go again.
I'm not saying free Kelly, free R. Kelly. What I'm saying is free Robert.
Stop it. Get some help.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Emotional damage.
What's good? It's your boy Monterey Hudson. We're back again with another episode of Make It Make Sense, coming at you on this lovely Saturday evening. I'm your host, the one and only Game Master Monterey Hudson. And of course, I'm joined by a colorful crew, collective people. First and foremost, we do have the CEO, aka he will be that news. It is Zell May. What's up, man?
Listen. Still iconic saying I ain't saying free Robert. I mean, I ain't saying free R. Kelly. I'm saying free Robert is still one of the most iconic moments.
I'm still there.
And listen, y'all. I want y'all. We're gonna break the fourth wall a bit. Listen, I asked Monte and Tori if they gonna review Uncrowded, and they didn't respond to me at all.
I said it's not my place to question how any man gets to the bag, yo.
Yeah,
I hope they paid Tom Holland plenty.
Review the movie. That's all I'm asking. Just review.
If it's a movie, I thought. Oh, okay. See, nah. If it was a movie, you'd have had a better chance. I might have. A movie's one. I'm not fun. I don't know about multiple episodes.
First, and then of course, since we do got the man of questions, it is the Afro Commie king of all the questions according to Twitter. What it do, man?
You already know. Your local neighborhood scumbag here together, folks. Our daily dose of dirtbag, same gimmick, different day.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all do the nice thing, leave the like button, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And of course, this is a One Gotta Go episode. But as you know, Make It Make Sense is a show where we're going to keep you up with the news. It just hasn't really been a crazy news week, but I will give you the couple of things that are to be noticed. First and foremost, yes, shout out to, of course, the Shade Room, because it is an actual writer and actor strike, the first one in about 60 years. I started, if I remember correctly, on Friday.
WGA and SAG together, yo. They put
so it actually happened. You know, Hollywood actors are officially on strike, and it officially begins at Friday. So technically, it has started. It's not really so much information on the effects that you're going to see over the course of time. So we'll see this as a more of a developing story. But I did want to make y'all aware of that, and of course, shout out to Carly Russell. I'm pretty sure you've seen this all over the Instagram or everywhere of media. The woman who went missing after supposedly seeing a child along the interstate and making a 911 call and recording to that. And afterwards, she herself went missing. And it hasn't been a lot of information. I think the video from that interstate on that night just got released, but it just so far it has been a lot of updates regarding her whereabouts. So I just want to make y'all aware of that. I pray that we get nothing but good news and that she's found safe. It's a tough thing about that when you report a child walking by itself on the interstate and next thing you know something like this continues. So I just wanted to make y'all aware of these. This is something I make sure to spread with news, and got any information, please make sure to call the authorities or call the respondent numbers to please help her get home. Got to make sure to get that out there. Got to make sure to spread that knowledge and information. Because this is first and foremost sharing things of news. Before we get to the fun stuff, I got to make sure we get this serious thing. Anybody got anything they want to speak on those before we begin?
Yo, Bob Iger said when they go broke, they'll come back.
No, you talking about the actors? Yeah, I mean, you do that.
Hey,
I'm like, it's an
iffy thing, bruh. Because first the Writers Guild going on strike first. Now the Screen Actors Guild following. It's the iffy thing. Is it all over AI, or do we not really know? Fucking are the actors just striking in support with the writers, or do they have some qualms as well?
A few of them may be doing it in support.
I don't feel like there's been as much discrimination on the pay scale for actors in Hollywood so far as writers. You know what I mean?
But of course, I did make sure to get that out the way as we go to the other stuff of the show. The main bulk of the show, it is One Gotta Go. And this one's not necessarily going to be One Gotta Go, but it's along that vein. We're basically going to give you a bunch of very difficult, tough choices to spread along, pick your brains. And y'all already know I give some devastatingly difficult choices at times. Sometimes I get lucky. Today is going to cover majority just anime and some wrestling. As you already know, it's going to cover both of those things with a little bit of movie sprinting. and some cartoons. So, gonna go ahead and get it. Appreciate everybody for joining. Let's go ahead and get it cracking. First and foremost, we're going to do some cartoon shows. Let me go ahead and pop y'all to the side so everybody can see y'all nice faces as y'all make these difficult choices. So first and foremost, I have Futurama, Rick and Morty, Family Guy, and the Boondocks. I need these ranked from 1 to 4. I'm going to start off with the Afro Comedy 765. What do you rank these shows?
Me personally, easily Boondocks, Family Guy, Futurama, Rick and Morty.
Family Guy
from 1 to 4. I've got Family Guy. So Boondocks at 1, Family Guy 2, Futurama 3, Rick and Morty 4. Basically counterclockwise.
I think the only thing I would change for my own personal list, I would switch Futurama and Family Guy.
I would too.
But I don't know. Family Guy's got so much more though. There's so much. There's so many more. And isn't Family Guy still going? I just think about how many times. There are plenty of like rememberable moments from Futurama, but I think if I try to compare them to the number of memorable moments from Family Guy, like I still use Family Guy references as my everyday talk without even noticing. Sometimes, anytime something horny happens on anywhere, I go giggity.
Now, see, the thing about it, when it comes to the reason why I would switch him is because yes, Family Guy has a ton more shows, and shout out to Futurama. Because it's just started back this month on Hulu, if I remember correctly, unless they push it back. Yep. But like to the contrary, Family Guy has a lot of episodes and it's gone on so long that it does not reach nowhere near the same quality as like the first 3 to 6 seasons. Like the seasons now ain't nowhere close to what it used to be. Versus Futurama, it ain't got nowhere close to the same amount of seasons. But I'll watch every season and all of them have some quality in them. Like it's still the same goodness and all of it. There's not really a lot of extra changes or anything about that. It works. So I
don't know. We can't say that there's not some misses in the Futurama catalog, like the Slurm episode. I know some people love the Slurm episode, but I hated that shit so much. And it's not because it's not me being xenophobic or anything. I don't have anything against the slug overlords making their Slurm however they please. I just thought the jokes were kind of tired.
But also, shout out to the Amazing Spider Cam for joining us. And you got us on our first question, my friend. So, since we already know Zell Mays, Amazing Spider Cam, rank these shows from 1 to 4.
Mississippi's got the same one. Let's go.
Damn, it's not even like one gotta go. Rank on 1 to 4.
Yep. We doing rankings today.
4 Family Guy, 3 Futurama, 2 Rick and Morty, 1 Boondocks.
That's wild.
That's crazy. That's like the opposite of mine, except for we both got Boondocks at number 1.
I just ain't got Rick and Morty that high, man. I think it's
it don't be hitting for me. And I be watching that.
It hits like that.
Like, and bro, that's the thing. And I be watching Rick and Morty stoned as shit, and it still don't hit like that for me. I watch any of these other shows extra high, bro. I will die the entire time. I don't know what it is. Justin Roiland just isn't a slapper to me for some reason.
Oh boy. All right. Oh boy, that was funny. All right. Second one is not a ranking. It is an honest question, and I'm glad the Amazing Spider Cam is joined because now I got to touch on the wrestling biz. For wrestling, it's an honest question. Is John Cena a top 5 wrestler of all time? If he is not, what number does he rank? And since Zell May, we quieted you down the first one, you're gonna go first. Is he top 5 all time?
Make sure you ask. Wait. We need to know qualifications. Are we talking about in ring, on the mic, as a whole?
As a whole, overall.
Okay.
Yikes.
That makes it so much harder, bro.
Yes. Overall, we talking about total career, all the attributes in total. Is he a top 5?
Did you see the way them niggas in London acting when he came out? Just to say hi.
You talking about Money in the Bank?
Yeah, Money in the Bank.
All it is,
I think it's relatively easy question to answer.
I think it depends on how old you are and what you.
Before we do this, I got a question. Is it our top 5 or top 5 in general? Just like
I mean,
is it your personal?
It's still gonna be your top 5.
It's all objective at the end of the day.
It's gonna be different if I just be objective versus if I put mine. So it's gonna be a little different. Objectively, he's top 5. In mine, he's not. But it's different.
Okay, in yours, he's not. What number does he rank in yours?
Probably 7. Which is close, but 7.
Well, since the Amazing Spider-Cam saying it's easy, what's the answer?
I mean, based on the question asked, it's just like not saying WWE, not saying just overall thing.
Yeah.
Then he's not top
I was
five.
gonna say the whole world's a big place.
He's not top
Well,
five
of
overall.
course, since he's only WWE, stick it to the WWE.
If you're sticking to just WWE,
I was gonna say you make the answer so much easier if we're just shrinking it down to the WWE.
Because
Then I don't have to think about any of my New Japan biases or any Stampede wrestling bias.
if it's just WWE, then yeah, he's.
I was gonna say if it's just WWE, he's top 5.
I mean, it's not many wrestlers I'd put in top 5 overall outside of the WWE. So,
No, well, see, Monte, you're not. You
said
gotta
not
think you're a primarily WWE oriented fan in a
said not
world
many.
that's full of.
Thanks to
world.
Roman Reigns.
Oh god.
Roman Reigns. I was gonna say as much as he pulled you back in out of pure hate watching, bruh. Monte's watching SmackDown and Raw just like the fucking rest of us, and it's all thanks to the hatred of Roman Reigns.
Oh
This nigga is bringing back lapsed viewers.
no, it's not. He's not.
It is.
I don't know if I tell you, but he is actually bringing a lot.
He has brought back quite a few lapsed viewers. 3 million viewers on a Friday is a hell of a number when you're not cracking 1.7 to 2, but between 1.7 and 2 on the regular. Extra million viewers.
What is your answer to this question?
If we're talking just in the WWE, yeah, he's top 5. If we're talking about fucking the wrestling world as a whole, I still got him in my top 10.
That'll work. From the wrestling,
I gave a direct number. What y'all got? I gave 7.
Probably 10, bro. And because bro, there's quite a few. There's quite a few older wrestlers. There's quite a few Japanese wrestlers, bro.
I can't put him in my top 10 if it's outside of it.
But that's why I'm saying if I probably could put him in my top 10, but he would be 10.
Yeah,
but inside the WWE,
maybe like 7.
That merch is stupid.
I think 7 would be fair. That's
maybe.
Outside of
that, boys again.
To some movies this time. We going back to the rankings. That was a little fun outlier. For rankings,
God!
Lord!
From 1 to 4, we got Baby Boy, The First Friday, Boys in the Hood, and Menace to Society.
I'm gonna have to bring out the notepad for this.
I need them ranked from 1 to 4. Afro Kami, I'm going from the bottom to the top today.
It's kind of wild. You got Friday in this. I mean, kind of like.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a total vibe change from
exactly.
The rest of them. But okay, me personally, I'm gonna go 1 to 4. I say at 1, I got Menace to Society. At 2, I got Boys in the Hood.
I'm gonna eat these cheeseburgers.
At 3, I got Friday, and at 4, I got Baby Boy.
I think the overall consensus is having Baby Boy at number 4.
Yeah, I'm just not. I mean, Baby Boy's cool. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people, but at the end of the day, bruh.
You ain't like Jody?
Is that Jody?
Jody!
The one who got my baby boo pregnant while I was in jail.
Oh no, Zelmay, what we looking like?
It's gonna be. Let's see. I think I might put Friday 1.
Damn. Friday 1. But
Baby Boy
Monte
4.
got it.
Baby Boy's 4. Baby Boy's 4. So it's gonna be which one I want to put with you.
Shout out to Ice.
I'm putting Menace Society 2, Boys in the Hood 3.
I ain't gonna lie, Menace Society is 1 for me because I can't like. That's crazy.
That's rough.
What you mean? It have Ash Chauncey in there, so I mean,
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. A nigga low key wanted to be like O-Dog for a long time when he was a kid.
Damn.
Thank God I was. Bruh, O-Dog was the anti-hero of Menace to Society.
Which one of y'all niggas is Kane?
Amazing Spider Cam. What we looking at for your?
You tell me you ain't want to bust the sawed off on the crackhead in the liquor store, bruh. You wasn't trying to get down with that.
I was not trying to get down with that.
Damn.
I'm a bitch ass nigga, so I mean, I had that old dog in me. I
You was Ricky.
I was straight from Boys in the Hood.
Oh.
What we looking
But,
like Amazing Spider-Man? Because they
let me
rank
out.
way different from each other.
Let me out. Baby Boy's definitely 4. That's no rhyme or reason why
Yeah.
it could be no higher than that.
Shout out to Big Rabes though.
Shout out to
Best
Big
part
Ray,
of that
shout out to Omar
movie.
Gooden. Shout out to everybody but Tyrese.
Yeah, straight up.
What he
Even Taraji.
He should have knocked down fucking
Bruh.
that chick. What was her name?
Okay, I can't agree. He might should have knocked that down.
How do you SA your way out of backhanding your old lady?
Well, we're not gonna talk about that.
We're not
I'm just saying, bro.
We're not
Come
talking
on. What's the basics? What is the? I slapped you. Now let me eat that Kit Kat. What are we talking?
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if
I had to eat the
Yeah, that's a violation for the movie, not me.
Friday's 1. I'm gonna go Men's Society 2 and Boys in the Hood 3.
So me can't get the same.
Respectable.
I'll switch Boys in the Hood and Men's Society, but otherwise I agree.
You gonna switch it? You gonna switch it for He gonna switch for Lawrence Fishburne. You gonna go in there and live with your daddy.
Hey, Lawrence Fishburne is fire in that movie.
We making breakfast.
Low-key, naming a kid Furious is. If I ever have a kid, he might get named Furious. That's a fire ass name.
We making the kitchen, but fine then. Let's go back to some more rankings in the wrestling world. Stick to that for a second because I got these wrestling boys here, so I got to represent for them. Now I need y'all to rank these 4 stars, if you don't mind, please.
From 1 to 4.
1 to 4. I got Chris Jericho, I got Shawn Michaels, I have Edge, and I have Orton. Let's rank them from 1 to 4. And if you want my honest opinion, I don't mind going first. I'm going starting at Shawn Michaels. You can go ahead and go clockwise. Michaels, Orton, Edge, and Jericho.
In terms, what are we ranking them?
Same thing for me.
On?
I would say
everything, total career.
Chris Jericho's ruined his career.
Jesus.
When you see that nigga on Dynamite, the Don Callis family, what the fuck are we talking about? The Don Callis family.
You laugh for me. Amazing Spider Cam, let's get those rankings. What you got for me?
Monty just made the list.
Hey, Dick.
So in terms, well, damn. This is rough, actually. If we're doing overall. All right, number 4 overall.
It's Chris Jericho, nigga. It's not that hard.
It's not.
Let him rock.
I mean, hold on.
Let him rock. Let him rock.
He knows.
He might be right.
I was gonna say he knows it, bro.
Might be right. All right, so
not the first undisputed champion.
I understand he's the first undisputed champion. The Ayatollah rock and roller, break the walls down, yada.
Y2K was a long time ago.
I like the list. I like he came back. I like he reinvented himself. But I love the longevity. I like he's the 9-time Intercontinental Champion. But overall, he's not a main event player to me. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with that. The internet might come for you, but I got your back.
But he's
not now.
I will say this.
Not now.
Monte. Chris Jericho's still an active wrestler though.
Chris Jericho
I know that. That's what I'm
in.
saying. Like as of like the last, I don't know what, maybe 10 years at least.
All right, listen, hear me out, and y'all can say I'm wrong. In WCW and WWE,
the cruiserweight division,
Chris Jericho never panned out as a main event player.
No,
I'm sorry.
He got a half a feud with Goldberg that was trash, anyways.
Like he killed the mid card, but I mostly agree.
I love him in the mid card stuff.
He really didn't stick as a main eventer. He's not lying on it.
So I'm putting Chris Jericho at 4 because he never panned out to be a main event player. So number 3 will have to be Edge. I'm sorry. It's just Edge with the he had the Edge as a heel was great.
Mm-hmm.
But his moveset was not believable, if that makes sense to you.
It makes complete sense.
His bad
in the spear.
So his
bad spear probably one of the worst spears out of all the spears.
His spear is so freaking
Edge never had a prominent finishing move that was just like, okay, it's believable.
You remember the executioner?
No,
That
I
was
said
a sit out DDT, it was like the sit out modified face buster.
He had the Gangrel DDT. He had a lackluster spear that ended his career for the most.
I was about to say because he tucked his head and fucking he would curl up his knees.
It was
when
bad.
he did.
It was bad. If I have Edge versus the Undertaker, and Edge hits that bad spear on the Undertaker, Undertaker is forced to sell it. No,
it's so
I'm
sad.
not believing it. So Edge is great in his mic work. Edge is great in being a heel. Edge is great in just being an innovator in the business and having the best feud with John Cena and a lot of other people. But his moveset is not believable to me. So that's why he's 3. Number 2 and 1. I'm sorry. Number 2 is Randy Orton. He's technically sound. He's the best technically based wrestler on here. He has the most beautiful drop kick out of all the 4 people. He just technically
and one of the most well thought out finishers in the game. People can say that RKO is overrated, but
RKO, unfortunately, he's a very underrated face. He's underrated on the mic.
I love a good Randy Orton promo, bruh. Love it.
Unfortunately, it took him out too, though. But yeah,
nothing can touch.
Oh,
hello.
I think we lost Cam.
Hello? Nothing can touch him.
Hello.
Nothing can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello, Joseph.
How you feeling?
Wow.
Nothing can stop 09 Randy Orton. That's the best Randy Orton.
But hey, before he got the I Hear Voices music.
Yeah, bald. Hey, nothing you can say.
Why would y'all do me like this?
And Shawn Michaels is number 1.
Why would you start a show that has nothing to do with me? I can't believe this. Spider Cam, you let them do this?
I this isn't my show. I'm sorry.
I'm confused.
Monray, is this your fault?
Prima Donna Jones, everybody. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Oh Lord. Shawn Michaels heel work is immaculate. On the mic, immaculate. Has the best free matches of all time. Just him and John Cena. Him and John Cena, him and Shawn Benjamin.
I didn't even think about that. One of the best RKOs.
But Shawn has he's worked with the best. He's been the best.
And he's still booking right now in NXT, and he can book the hell out of them women.
Yeah, that's my 4 going counterclockwise, starting at Chris Jericho.
I mean, that's the only way that this could be set out. That's mine too.
Let's see, Zelmay, you agree or disagree?
This dude, they literally left me out of this whole thing. Shawn Michaels, Ken Shamrock. They literally did me bad. I don't understand. They didn't tell me that they're about to do this thing today.
Well, I don't think Zelmay's different. Do you agree, Afro Comment, with the order that me and
he's muted. Zelmay, you're muted.
Oh, I didn't know.
There we go. We're
I'm
back on track, folks.
Did you like that?
I have no qualms with Chris Jericho. Monte made the list.
I thought it was that guy because I actually have real wrestlers at my house.
Well, Joe, that's not even in the pack. It's not even on card, bro. It's not even on card. You opened it.
Why is it not? Why is it not?
Because you opened it. Why are you? We don't care about opened action figures.
I opened it because I was playing wrestling.
Of course you were. Should have left it on card if you were going to show it to us. This is
you son of a bitch.
Wasting our time. Here, look at this used action figure. Who the fuck even is that? I couldn't even tell. That's not a classic series.
Shut up, bastard.
I'm just saying. Show us something worthwhile.
I'm pretty sure Tori's daddy loves him very much.
What do you want to see? What do you want to see, you son of a bitch? What do you want to see?
Jesus.
Show us your abs.
What? All right, this is getting very.
Are we doing this?
Right,
Are we doing this right
I don't know. That's on you, bro.
That might continue.
Oh shit! No,
I agree. Chris,
I was gonna say that's the only way you can get him.
Chris Jericho 4 is 3, Randy Orton 2, Shawn Michaels 1. The only way you can do it. Chris Jericho, he had the list. It was a great run, but the list don't beat the X-rated show, and that don't beat the Viper who was kicking people's fathers in the head. And
Shout out John Cena Sr.
And kissing the boss's daughter and all that stuff on live TV.
John Cena's father got a broken orbital socket
from the punt. This nigga turned the football move into his finisher. And the punt was mad underrated.
Well, I think we are.
You got a whole gimmick off of it.
So let me get to I think a harder question. I ain't gonna lie, I've been wanting to ask y'all.
What happened to Unico? He rage quit?
Oh no, I rage quit him. Not doing it. Not doing it.
Booted him off the live? That's crazy.
Of course. Well, ain't my first time. Hopefully it's
that is true. I just want
to. That ain't my first time.
I said that.
Nope. Not doing it.
Don't do me filthy like that one time for the one.
Not doing it. Not doing it. But because this one's gonna be even more like
you hold them.
Hopefully. I need these 6 people ranked, and it's 6 of them.
Why the 6?
It's 6 because I haven't given the WWE Divas their respect.
Oh Lord,
as I should have. So we have Trish Stratus going from left to right. Trish Stratus, Mickie James, AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, Lita, and the Glamazon Beth Phoenix. And I need these 6 ranked their total careers, and of course, all of them. Some have careers outside of just wrestling, being managers, other stuff. Let's get these total careers ranked because I haven't given any respect to the Divas. I've been wanting to ask this for a while. So let's go ahead and bring them out, bring them good. Afro Kami, I know you ain't gonna take too long. Let's start with you. Rank these Divas.
Let's see if he gets it right because it's kind of easy.
From 6 to 1 for me, I have to go Beth Phoenix at 6, Mickie James at freaking 5, AJ Lee at 4, Lita at 3, Trish Stratus at 2, and I'm a Becky Lynch stan, so I got Becky at 1. She's the man.
I actually agree with Tori.
There's no way.
I can't agree with that. I'm sorry.
There's no way,
bruh. Which of those 5 women has honestly wrestled a better match than Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks or Becky Lynch versus Charlotte?
One individual match. Total
no, but I'm talking.
does not compare like this.
I'm just saying. But that's why everyone's gonna rank him, right, Monray?
No, because Zell may say he 100% agrees with you.
As he should. It makes sense.
Becky, the only person on this list was number 1.
I only got to switch one of them.
At one time.
I only got to switch one of them with you. That's it.
See.
Well, you know what? In retrospect, maybe I don't have to switch them. Okay, so Beth Phoenix is 6 only because when she was okay. Rule of thumb: you're only as good as you're booked, and
that's a fact.
Beth Phoenix got booked to where if you take her tiara off, she loses all her powers.
That's
what happened.
Vince Man was in the heyday of his superhero booking.
You're at 6. So Mickie James, she's at 5 until she looks at her. Yeah, I mean, she did the little rated MA, rated TV 14, rated R motion at WrestleMania. So, and she wasn't booked ever since. And then Piggy James was a thing. So, 5.
Piggy James.
That's sad. I never called it that. No, but
well, it was named on the show. They named it.
Hey,
yeah.
They did it. I just went along with it. I was an impressionable youth.
As far as 4, Lita is a thing because she turned into a glorified valet after she peaked. AJ Lee.
After they got tired of seeing the Lita salt, you mean?
Yeah. AJ held down the whole division by herself in the Diva era.
She did.
And if I have to say that for Lita, then I have to say it for Trish. So Trish might have to be 2.
And Becky at 1.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
But Monte, you got to remember, you're just now coming back into the fold.
Trish went from one of the greatest women's champions of all time to a glorified, valet at that point, or just like prop for Vince McMahon. So,
Becky could never.
And then Becky went from river dancing to holding 2 straps.
At WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania, bro.
We don't know what Becky gonna do until the end.
But I'm just saying, Monte, you got to think from NXT till now. From NXT till now, from what was that, 2012 when she came in, 2012, 2013, somewhere in there. till now, this last decade, bruh, she has fucking done nothing but evolve and get better.
Only one person on this list is main event at WrestleMania.
And that's Becky Lynch.
Yeah, she's one. I mean, unfortunately.
Bruh.
But yeah, sure. I'm still putting her too. But otherwise, it's wonderful. Like I generally.
That's correct, Monte. Literally, think.
I don't
the only woman, one of the only women to ever main event WrestleMania. The only other person is Bianca Belair, and she was on the opposite of her at the card. It was her opponent. So I mean, bruh.
Cena.
Or was it her and Sasha Banks that main evented the first? No, it was.
I mean, if you look at Trish. She had a match with teaming up with Snooki. So I mean,
she did. Hey, shout out to Trish Stratus though. She was a cop at the time that I looked for a TV show.
Innovator.
Would have never got there had Trish not actually helped out to open up a lot of the.
Listen, if you had
the first woman to actually have her and Lita to actually have a main event on Monday Night Raw? Nah, not doing
it. But Monte, you're talking main event Monday Night Raw.
I know what I'm saying, but I'm also saying, had we never gotten to that, Becky would have never gotten to her. Listen to what I'm saying.
Monterey, if you had the 4 horsewomen,
Asuka
and Ronda up here, it'd probably be a different story.
Yeah, I would say they might get ranked differently.
But Monte, you got to
remember, Monte thinks the Divas era should make a comeback. So I can understand why he's ranked.
But
he's like, I'm trying to see these bra and panty matches.
The reason I say that is because there's so many women in WWE, and like 90% of them aren't used or are booked horribly, and so therefore. Because you just can't, or they just don't give all of them the kind of exposure that they need to be able to build their name and their brands better. Versus when they were divas, a lot of them got exposure to where they were.
If we were in the diva era, Monte, we wouldn't have any 4 horsewomen.
We had a mud wrestling match.
I'm not knocking that we wouldn't have the 4 horsewomen, but look at the rest of the divas.
That is what it is. Monte wants the and I would love Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks bra and panty match. I'm down. I'm down 1,000 times.
I ain't saying nothing about the Brian Payne. I'm literally saying, bro, all of them.
They were
literally just doing glorified striptease.
I ain't saying put them in freaking chocolate mud wrestling matches.
They weren't even wrestling all like that.
If someone would have transferred to be things like managers, general managers, like the Divas, where they played multiple roles and built their names and their brands, then transferred over to being wrestlers.
Monterey, come on, nigga. We gotta keep it real. You want the Divas Battle Royal with Santino winning? You want that again?
I ain't look, y'all.
That was the death throes of the Divas division. That's when we knew it was over.
And I ain't not what good was it? I may have the examples that was fine.
But it's crazy, Monte. This list you have right here, it is crazy not putting Becky Lynch at number 1.
No, it's not, because I only put Chris above her. It's not.
Bruh, there's no way.
Not putting her at 1.
It's crazy.
Like, it's not crazy. Like,
listen, 3 out of 4 panelists believe it's crazy not to put her at number 1.
I don't care what the panelist is. I'm the host. I don't give a damn what the panelists say.
I'm just saying. Law of numbers.
I don't care.
You see, he just roofed somebody. So I mean,
thank you, Jeremy. Give divas a chance.
Listen, I am not against a bra and panty or a Jello match or a KY jelly match.
I didn't say none of that crap.
That's all I want.
Y'all are bringing up the horrible examples.
No, that's the nigga. Those are the best part.
I nigga to put Becky at 1. So shut up.
It's fine. I can mute people. How about you? I control this show, dang it. So you know what? We're gonna mute the other villain, and I'm gonna do as I please today. Thank you very much. Becky's at 2, Trish at 1. I said what I said. Anyway, but puppies? No, I ain't saying all that. But
you gotta bring back the
No, but this switches to another good example of something that, like, what I meant, even though she was a victim of some of these matches too. Where does if you actually load some of Nope.
Where does Stephanie Oh, Steph.
I don't know why I can't see it, but y'all can see it and I can't apparently. Where does Stephanie McMahon rank And if she does
among divas,
overall, it's her career. Cause she did a lot, naturally, whether she was a diva, a manager, a general manager, all that kind of stuff. And then she was subject to some of the other matches, the Brian Panties or whatever the case may be. So of course we have all that. Where does Stephanie rank?
She's number one on the mic. Ain't nobody.
This is relatively easy.
I was gonna say,
to the easy one,
I put her in the top 10.
Let's get your answer. Where does she rank?
She's top 5 all time. Like, what are we talking about?
Top, bruh. But see, I add in ring too much apparently because I'll give her top 10, but top 5.
Well, you want to add in ring? She actually had a good match with Brie Bella at SummerSlam.
She did. She had a good match.
Tori, let's ask this question: if she go 1-on-1 on the mic with anyone, any diva, she's smoking every one of them.
I don't know if she's smoking every.
Who's she not smoking, Tori? Tori, she's smoking
promo. Okay, well.
Don't go back to the
She made Big Show cry. We watch her how she fat.
She also allegedly had an affair with Randy Savage when she was
we don't speak on that.
Well, I mean, come on. We got to talk about. I mean, if we got to talk about the whole career, don't forget Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant was her best friend. She used to hang out with Andre in the backyard. That's a lie, and we all know it. Andre the Giant was picking up.
Created women's wrestling. She one of the greatest women's champions of all time.
Great Moolah never existed.
No,
I mean, she's one of the best heels of all time.
She was out here pimping wrestlers.
She was hated.
The Great Moolah was pimping wrestlers.
She was hated. So I would say she might be the best heel of
in
all
the in the Divas era.
Mae Young, bruh. Mae Young and Mark Henry.
Like, I mean, that's crazy, but like, definitely might be the greatest female heel of all time. This woman was hated.
She was definitely hated. Y'all remember when she went on Howard Stern, bro?
Like, she was hated. Like, I give her props. Like, she might be the most like now. Not to be fair,
hold on. She had an unfair advantage, bro.
Like, she could hold her own. It's not like she was just a fodder at that point.
But you got to think, she was Vince McMahon's daughter. She had an unfair advantage. We were damn near gonna hate her off rip.
I mean, but like, even though that's like,
women
champion hatred, like
even when she was
some of the best storylines, some of the best factions. If not the best. Like,
I'm just saying there was definitely she's a nepo baby for sure.
I think top 5 is fair. I really do think top 5 is fair. Overall, her entire career, I think top 5.
It's top 10 for me.
I think fair. Like, it's hard overall her entire career. I don't know if I can name 9 other people better than her.
Oh no, we ain't talking about in ring.
I am. I'm talking about in ring. I'm saying on the mic, she could get. She's definitely top 5 on the mic. There's no argument. But if I'm talking about a wrestling career,
Stephanie McMahon made Ronda Rousey look good. Can we?
That's so crazy.
It's the truth. She made Brie
It is crazy. But you gotta remember, I'm a misogynist when it comes to Ronda Rousey. I hope she takes a nice long break after this Shayna shit. Let's go. I'm with there. If Cam's gonna say it, I'm with you. Go back to Browsey Acres, bitch. Get off my TV screen.
She helps a lot of these men.
I hope she is, bro.
About her, like it worked, especially like.
That's why they said
especially The Rock and Jericho made weeks off her.
I kept the picture of her from Money in the Bank as a meme, though. Her with the Majin sign on her head is gold to me. That is hilarious.
Majin
Ronda is crazy, bro.
All right. I think that's gonna be it for the wrestling ones. We had some good ones about that. Got some good ideas for the next running back. To the next one, let's go to some cartoons. You know, I can't leave the cartoons out, so I got one of them for y'all. Luckily, I need these 4 ranked if you don't mind. Let's get some Dexter's Lab, some Courage, some Eddie and Eddie, and Samurai Jack. Let's get the rankings for these 4 classic cartoons. Angelica, shout out. What we doing? What you doing? We up here just ranking some stuff, all over the course.
Jelly stuff, bro.
I mean, I don't mind going first. It's gonna be relatively easy for me. I got Courage at number 1, Eddie at 2. Samurai Jack at 3 and Dexter at 4. That's mine. I said what I said. Be real smooth. Like Zelmay.
This thing was like real wrong for like a whole minute.
No, not Zelmay. You're second. What you going up with? Let me get your rankings.
I gotta go Eddie and Eddie, Samurai Jack, Dexter, and the Courage.
How's Courage last?
I'm sorry,
You're
Ruh-Roh
wildin'. Actually, I might even switch Ed and Courage. But either way, Courage last is wild. The Afro Kami. The ranking.
I got Dexter at 1, Samurai Jack at 2, Courage at 3, and Eddie at 4.
Dexter at 1 is just as wild as Courage.
I love, bruh. Dexter's Laboratory used to be my shit, bruh.
That's wild. What?
That's what Tori like, a redhead that you can't see her face.
Hey, that's the Powerpuff Girls, nigga. Dexter's mom had
that one. There was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And if
they both redheads, it didn't matter.
Dexter's mom had the fat ass, yo. Remember?
Oh yeah.
She had the cakes.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Dexter's mom had stupid ass. What we talking? I'm just saying.
All right. In the Amazing Spider-Can, finally we have the villain. What's your ranking?
Samurai Jack 1, Courage 2, Dexter 3, and Eddie 4.
The disrespect to the Ed boys is wild.
Eddie was just never. I mean, it was good, but it just didn't hit for me. It was too close to real life. Nigga lived in a trailer park. Eddie get too close to home. Nigga. What are we talking about?
But to the next one, it's finally time to go and descend on the anime. And you know, since I get to pick at Tori with this one, it's gonna be wonderful. Because because Hollywood Sensei, shout out to the Hollywood Sensei. He's not here to help out, but I'll run this back with him another time. Because I gotta pick at One Piece.
I am a One Piece stan.
I gotta pick at One Piece, and we're gonna be the One Piece stan. He'll go first. Rank these 4 side characters from 1 to 4.
Okay. Easily. At number 1, we got Buggy D Clown.
That's a lie.
Number 2, we got Shanks. Number 3, we've got Trafalgar D. Waters Law. And then shout out to Bon Chain at 4.
I agree with Tor.
Buggy is 1 oh my
Buggy,
God.
Bruh, this nigga is a Yonko. This nigga is a Yonko, Monte. This nigga got 3 billion on Garp's head, nigga. He got 3 billion on Garp's head.
He is a joke.
Monte, you want to get a whole panel again for the second time because everybody agree.
I was gonna say, bro, Buggy's that nigga. Monte just hates.
He's literally a joke.
The chop fruit is one of the most dangerous.
Buggy got it in the mud.
Bruh, this nigga started out the same as Shanks, and they both made it to be Yonkos. They both started out as Gold Roger cabin boy. That's what makes it all the better, Monte.
No, it's not. No,
yes, it is.
He's making the hood rules.
Okay,
he literally faked it all the way till he met. This nigga was running around Marineford with a fucking camera snail, bruh.
I can't even. The
war of the best, Monte. He had a camera snail.
It's fine. It's fine. Go from left to right. Lawbon, Clay, Shanks, and this Buggy last. I said what I said. The only reason Shanks is that low is because I don't know that much about him yet. It's just not fair.
We know he's that nigga. We know he stops war.
We don't know why he's that nigga. How about that? We don't even know why he's that nigga.
Because he was the original.
I don't give him clout for something I don't know.
He was Gold Roger's original protege.
When that nigga show up, you don't have to ask questions.
I was about to say, you gotta think, Monte, there was an all-out war, and this shit stopped because he pulled up, bruh.
That nigga. Oh shit.
They stopped. They were like, okay, the war's done because niggas ain't trying to fight with the red hair pirates. Nigga, he made Rockstar look cool. We don't even know nothing but Rockstar's name, but I'm like, I bet that nigga Rockstar get down. His name is Rock. Ben Beckman made Kizaru stop by pointing a gun at him. This nigga has made a light. How do you stop him by pointing a gun? And then Lucky Root can teleport, Monte. Go back to episode 1. This fat nigga goes from the back of the fucking pack to right beside and the first ever confirmed kill in One Piece was him blowing somebody's fucking head off in episode 1. Come on. Shanks can stop niggas hockey. He can stop you from seeing the future. I mean, what are we talking about? But he's not Buggy the Clown.
Buggy, like them the two hood dudes. Buggy the one that got out the mud and faked it till he made it. Shanks just him. He show up.
Buggy didn't even want to eat the devil fruit he got. Shanks scared him and he ended up eating it.
Like a real.
And he just went on from there. He'd been searching for Captain John's treasure for fucking 20-something years.
Just imagine you being on part of the crew and they be like,
It's crazy. I knew Monte was gonna try and do something disrespectful, like putting Buggy at 4. Buggy the clown, nigga. This nigga has a fucking bomb for a nose. But Cam, how did you feel about the most recent One Piece chapter? You think we're doing away with Garp, or is it gonna make it?
But don't you just love technical difficulties? But it's fine.
Okay. We started talking about the most recent chapter.
I know. I had to spin off.
It was a good.
Yo, Joe back with that power, dog. He said it's exactly what it was supposed to be.
Exactly what it was. Oh Lord, we turned into a movie review.
Well, oh boy, it's fine. We only got a couple more left. Like, so I ain't gonna hold y'all for the long show.
Shout out to Garp. You know what I mean?
But bro, Garp. Yo, I was back in rare form. Garp versus Aokiji is something.
Some more nitty gritty.
Gonna be a slap.
So we've got some villains on here since we all been villains. Let's rank these villains 1 to 4. Not the top villains of their individual shows, except maybe for Doflamingo.
But say I don't know.
Except for Doflamingo.
Let's see. Relatively easy one.
All right, Mr. Easy One, what you got for me?
Get a Grimjaw at a solid 4. He I don't know. He's barely a villain at that point.
I was about to say, and he low key becomes an ally. Fucking think him chaining Chad and
we're gonna go Pain at 3 because he really wants to be the hero, but you know,
yeah.
What did he? He's one of those. I really
so far we're the same. We'll see if me and Cam are the same all the way through.
I got this already, but I
sell it to.
Okay, me and Cam got the same one. So
I actually got the same list too.
I was gonna say, Dofi is that nigga, bro. I'm
cool with Dofi. I'm cool with that. I would just switch Pain and Cell. That's the only.
What I'm
saying is his own theme song.
What I'm saying is the only two I'll switch. I'll switch Pain.
Grimjaw's just a dickhead, so it's just like it doesn't matter. Pain has the ideology of wanting you to be a hero, but doing it the villain way. Cell is just a big flex.
Bro.
I'm gonna fight niggas. And then
he stood in that ring for how long was he in the ring, Cam, waiting for niggas to shoot his fade? Like 7 days straight, just standing there. He ain't even go to the bathroom.
7 days before I fuck his shit up. Come stop.
I'm cool with it. I would switch Pain too. Like, backstory I like better. He actually got stuff done, even though he undid it at the end because of good old talk no jutsu. But it is what it is. They all suffer because of the plot armor, so you can't beat the plot armor with the main character.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. It's just like the MC tells you to stop. You're like, you're right.
Could you imagine if Luffy tried to talk down Dofi?
Luffy can't talk, so that's already bad.
Naruto give you a motivational speech of how his life was terrible. My dad saved us.
You know, like we're both brothers.
They hated me, dog.
We trained
We
trained the same person. We're both brothers. We live.
My best friend, whole family got killed by his
brother. Dofi's villainy was next level because I think the difference between Dofi and the rest of these guys, like Dofi did real world villain shit. Like he was getting kids addicted to drugs and fucking using them as war weapons.
I still consider Dofi the best villain in One Piece. I still consider him the best.
I don't know, bro. He was for me for the longest, but okay. And this might sound blasphemous, but low key, Kaido might edge him out for me.
No, that one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it. And
just for the sheer fact of how many times Kaido beat Luffy's ass before Luffy actually got ass. No, what I'm saying, he beat Luffy down, then puts the nigga in. Listen, the beat down, then puts him into slavery where he gets lucky to find Hyugoro and fucking train his hockey up, and then fucking after all that, he's still fucking was oppressing his daughter. Like he was like, yo. I'm gonna put this nigga had his own child in a cave full of samurais chained up. His own daughter, bruh.
I'm sorry.
I mean, Doflamingo shot his dad, though. So.
If we penalizing how Pain went out, I'm sure gonna penalize how Kaido went out to.
Kaido might still be alive, though. Kaido can still be alive.
I mean, but how he went out in the loss, I can't do it.
But Dofi, I think Dofi breaks out at Impel Down. I don't even.
All right, but let's get the last one out the way.
He's
Shout out to some new gen. I can't leave the new gen alone.
The new gen
some writing, and I already know that the Amazing Spider-Cam is going to be heavily biased, so it is what it is. But let's test that bias.
Bias.
Rank them according to writing. let's get the top 4 from My Hero
Writing.
Academia according to writing, how they're written.
Oh, number
rank
one
each
easy.
of the 4. Delmay, it's easy. Let's go with you then.
We got my boy. Hold up. Let's see.
And if you need to know, it is from left to right. It is Endeavor, Bakugo, Dabi,
Dabi.
and of course Shigaraki.
All for Shiggy, baby.
Shiggy won. That's easy.
I don't.
Shiggy written beautiful.
I don't know, bro.
I love.
Think about how Endeavor's written, bro.
I like Endeavor too.
No, let's
Endeavor.
Let them rock.
Okay,
You get your
yeah,
own time. Let them rock.
Shiggy won Endeavor 2, Dabi 3, Baku 4. Cause I'm sorry, he got like his heart got knitted by a woman. Like
shout out Ed Shot.
Yeah, so he got knitted.
Oh,
He
so
knitted
you said
together.
Shiggy won and who?
Endeavor 2, then Dabi.
No,
Endeavor
Dabi
2,
or Shiggy?
3, and Bakugo's all the way
Shiggy
at
won.
4.
Oh, okay.
Shiggy won.
All right,
Endeavor
because I
2,
already know where
Dabi
the
3.
bias is gonna come. So, Afro comment before I get to that bias. What you got for me?
I got Endeavor at 1, Shigaraki at 2, Dabi at 3, and Bakugo at 4.
Yeah, Shiggy killed his mom on accident and then was alone for
Shiggy is super. I like the way that he's written, but it's very bare bones. Like even the layers are super easy to decipher. It's like the hurt child inside. We're all still waiting for the bomb to drop that freaking All for One gave him decay. So I think that's coming.
Then that had even more.
Yeah, I got Endeavor. Endeavor's the best written character. Fucking from being a bad dad to then trying to be a better dad to then trying to take on the weight of being the #1 hero, following up fucking All Might. This nigga damn near brought on world peace by smiling at niggas, and you got to follow that, and then still trying to raise a child that you're hoping can be the next generation of hero to be #1. To the point where you put crazy undue pressure on them and your wife's mentally unstable and freaking god dang. It's a heavy Endeavor goes through a lot of heavy shit that he handles horribly, but the resolution can still be good in the end.
I'm actually gonna go because mine I think is gonna be different because I agree with Tori. Endeavor's 1. I'm gonna go Bakugo at 2, and then Shiggy at 3, Dabi at 4. Reason because Shiggy is all backstory. It's pretty much all backstory. But past the backstory is just a lot of power and him, trying to get rid of all that memory and everything in that nature. But it's basically all backstory. Endeavor got all backstory. And
I don't know.
It's all backstory.
We can't say that after My Villain Academia, bro.
And then Bakugo, he don't really have the backstory. He just got the writing. Matter of fact, between Bakugo and Shiggy, that's hard because Bakugo don't really got the backstory. He just got the writing, but that whole Disney thing of my heart coming back sure hurts. So.
Bruh. Best genius
Shiggy still might edge out
of
it
the
too.
Craziest ass pulls ever.
Shiggy got a crazy man trying to take over his body every second. No.
But I'm a like it's tough because like that.
And then, you got to think he's also the grandson of a former one.
If Bakugo is done, and he don't come back in My Hero Academia no more, that's gonna hurt his character. Like how he just came back. So I think I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna stick with what I said. I'm gonna have Bakugo to.
Stick with your convictions.
I'm gonna stick with what I said.
He got a whole villain trying to take over his soul every day.
I get it, but it ain't nothing but like okay. Most of the time, wins.
This nigga incinerated his whole family.
No, like I'm saying, I get it. Like it's all backstory.
Or decayed his whole
all
family.
backstory. But
he like Naruto, except for he actually messed up and killed everybody.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my grandma was a superhero, but
I still think AFO gave him decay because he was one of them kids. He didn't get his power until after they usually say you got your powers.
Oh shit! He knew that his grandma was what's her name, so he gave him a power that just ruined their life.
Yeah,
right. Cam,
that would be All for One Zemo, wouldn't you think?
I was called biased. I was called the Madman before this. I mean,
you gonna put Bakugo at 1, aren't you?
There ain't no way.
No, Endeavor's 1.
Okay.
Fairly obvious. Shigaraki at 2. Bakugo at 3. And then Dabi at 4.
He actually didn't go to bias route. I am surprised.
What do you mean? I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean,
I was gonna say Endeavor's just whole character arc was so well written. Like it's hard to argue with that, bro. Like from high-end Nomu, from the high-end Nomu to where we are now, including the training arc and everything, bro. Like
I mean, it is good. I'm not gonna say a lot like
But-
Why
that.
is
It is.
everybody
For some
on
reason,
My
it's
Hero
only
got a
really
better
good
story
to
than
us
Deku to me?
Americans, though, because I guess he doesn't do well in the fan polls in Japan. I
Well,
guess
they
that's
just don't like him. Like we can appreciate the
Bakugo
writing, they just
is
don't like him. I don't
But
like him either. Like,
Shiggy
you're not
doesn't
gonna
do
like
super
him.
well in Japan either, but he does super well over here.
I mean, you're not
Shiggy's
gonna
one of
like
my favorite villains,
Well,
bro.
technically, America, America like certain type of people.
But my bad. I did find one extra one. I thought I got through them, but I did find one extra one to finish it off for around about hour. And this one I already know Zelmay is gonna go first. I know Zelmay has a distinct hatred for one of these, and so we'll lovely go ahead and let him go first. We rank these from 1 to 4. It is Hunter x Hunter,
Oh,
Fairy
Fairy
Tail, Seven Deadly Sins, and Fire Force. And I know Zelmay has a distinct
This is
hatred of one of
nasty.
these.
I have a
already.
distinct hatred of one of these as well.
A
I think me and
distinct
Zelmay
hatred
hate
of
this. I think we hate
Zelmay,
the
let's
same
go ahead and go
one.
with your 1 through 3 because I know what your number 4 gonna be.
Fairy Tail is the worst anime. of
Let's
all
go.
of them.
I was gonna
That
say
is
me and Zelmay
insane.
got the same opinion.
Oh my goodness.
It's so
Natsu
bad.
shows up and then he just power up friendship. I can beat you up. And I'm like, bro, he been whooping everybody. Y'all could have Yeah, I'm saying America. We America. Shout out to America. But Fairy Tail is absolutely atrocious written show. Every other show he ever written is way better.
Eden Zero's hella better than Fairy Tail.
Rave
Dead,
Master,
and Dead
everything
Zone. I
is
mean, not
better.
Dead Zone. Dead Rock is starting off better.
Dead Rock already better.
Chapter 1 was super.
It actually shocked me, which Fairy Tail never did, because Natsu about to show up and he's gonna have a power boost after he pretends like he got beat up in every fight because he does the same routine overall. Then I have to go after, of course, the worst anime of all time. Then we have to go. Who are we gonna go second? I'm gonna have to go Seven Deadly Sins. I do love Seven Deadly Sins, but I have to go third. And then it gets a little harder, but I'm going Fire Force and Hunter x Hunter because Killer was that one scene when he held the man heart. He'd be like, you looking for this? It's still one of the top things in my memory, my whole childhood and my life. And I still want to try that in a video game. So give me a Heartbreaker mod in Skyrim so I can do it.
Maybe Spike he's busy. Like he caking on the phone, so we'll let him go last.
Of course you do, Jalen.
Yep.
Horrible take.
I at 1, I think I want to say Hunter x Hunter 1, but with all the hiatus, I'm still intrigued by what's going on. But since Fire Force is complete and done, I had to go Fire Force at 1, Hunter x Hunter at 2, Seven Deadly Sins at 3, and Fairy Tail at 4.
Now, I already know
awful.
mine is gonna be different. I greatly respect all the answers. Mine is gonna be different. So
No, it's Fairy Tail 4.
It's not 4.
That's crazy.
No.
And the only one that could possibly be better that you could say is fucking Seven Deadly Sins.
You made Cam leave after you said that. Cam don't even want to be here to listen to it.
He was like, "This is crazy."
Cam, I ain't listening to this shit no more.
Okay. I need to explain. The anime, if it was just only anime, yes, it would
I
be
thought you
late.
said anime.
No, I mean, it's an anime, sure, but we're talking about Fire Force. Fire Force is finished. So, I mean,
Yeah. Well, the anime is not finished, but the manga's
Yeah, the
finished.
manga's
That's
finished.
why it's number 1 for me, because it's a completed story.
Well,
yeah,
I might change my mind. I thought you just said
Fire
anime.
Force is one, no debate to me. I think that's just painfully easy to me.
Well, I switched Fire Force and Hunter x Hunter. I thought you just said just anime.
Now, Fire Force is one, but no, like,
I switched mine.
I'm still intrigued by Hunter x Hunter though, because you got to
100%.
think what's happening on the Black Whale one. If Togashi could actually get back in the zone and give us chapters on a semi-regular basis, I think he could pull people back in. Because if the Dark Continent's even remotely close, people are going to tune back in to see that shit.
I'm just
Or to
going
read
to
it.
I'm gonna be real. I got Fire Force 1, Seven Deadly Sins 2, Hunter x
What?
Hunter is last, and Fairy Tail.
Hunter x Hunter last.
Like,
That's
look, I'm
crazy.
gonna be honest with you. when it comes to that. One
I should've
Hunter x Hunter
left with
fell off
Cam.
so hard for me. It fell off.
It had a 4-year hiatus, bro.
No. I'm saying like before that, the Chimera arc fell off so hard to me. It fell off hard. Whether it's just like all the climactic fights except for Gon and Pito, which is
You can't
there we
tell
go.
me. Wait, hold on. Meruem and freaking Netero is
a top tier fight. I'm not knocking that, but the reasoning behind the fight is stupid. Like the reasoning behind it is stupid. It's completely stupid because they didn't have to fight. That's one. Gon and Pito was fine. It's 2 shots. That's fine. But every other top tier ant fight. Like when I mean like the Royal
But
Guard.
you got to think
who's never
after
fought.
that though. You got to think after that. Think in the
Yeah,
manga.
after that it was pointless. You
Crollo
introduced
versus
Garum, who did
Crollo
absolutely
versus
nothing. It was
Hisoka
pointless.
in Heaven's Arena, bruh. Crollo
Yeah, I
versus
get it. Heaven's
Hisoka in
Arena fight
Heaven's
with
Arena,
Crollo and
and the
Lisa
start
is
of
an
Black Whale
amazing fight.
one.
It's an
Think.
amazing fight. That's my favorite fight of the series. You know what happens after that? We got an entire Dark Continent arc that we will never probably make it to because they're taking so damn long in this
I don't
boat.
know.
They don't even include the main characters.
I think Serednik could end up being more dangerous than Merowyn. That
Bruh, I
nigga's a
hate the entire
specialist.
boat arc. First off, you wrote off your two main characters, so
No,
that's already awkward.
No,
enough.
but Togashi made that clear from the beginning that he was never just going to focus on one set of characters.
I get that.
And
but
I
you
mean,
wrote them completely off. Like they're the main character. I ain't even learning that.
well,
Right now,
no.
Killer would damn near kill the show for me. Like just right now, he's the best written character in the show.
But Killua can still, because you got to think he's got siblings. There's plenty of places in this story where Gon and Killua can come back in.
And where they are right now is not a good part I enjoy. I can't stand where they are right now. This the entire
See, I'm the opposite. I've enjoyed the Black Whale 1 arc. I think the Nin Beast thing is super different from what we had been seeing with Hunter x Hunter.
True. But the majority of them
Serednik being a raging misogynist, like woman
the majority of the princes outside of Serednik don't even amount to much, to be perfectly honest. Most of them don't amount to much. Karapika is struggling. We have they put the spiders on the boat. Do you know we've gotten all of like 1 to 2 views?
Yeah, but think the spiders are on the boat, and
they're on the boat. We've gotten one viewing of them and one viewing of I keep forgetting his name. Of Hisoka. We got one view of him, one
but
view
we
of
know Hisoka's there. We know he's buffed.
You know how long this arc has been going already? I ain't talking about just like the amount of time it's taking him to write it, because Togashi, I pray nothing but to help him. But I'm talking about, you know how long this arc has gone?
I do.
And nothing really serious has happened yet.
Well, I mean, you got to think right after Heaven's Arena, we had Hisoka killing off those 2 spiders, the two that gave Crollo the abilities that he used to beat him in Heaven's Arena.
Yep.
He took them niggas out.
I don't know what on earth makes Fairy Tail better than Hunter x Hunter.
Let me go to that. For one, the anime is horrible. That's true. The manga is nowhere near as bad as the anime. That's for one.
I'll give you that, but I don't think Fairy Tail's manga is better than fucking Hunter x Hunter.
I mean, to me, Hunter x Hunter just got boring. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It got boring. A lot of times outside of the
Monte, you don't want to see beyond Netero fight
after Heaven's Arena. It just got boring. Like even Heaven's Arena,
you don't want to see beyond Netero fight, bro.
He's holding back. Like, so that's the fine fight, but he's holding back after that point. Then they got to the Chimera Ant arc. The first half of it is fine. The second half of it just completely horrible. Like it kept going from that point. I'm just like, it got more boring. We got all of Greed Island, which is boring. Like,
Greed Island
came down to a volleyball match, and you're like, bro, I'm sorry. Like the majority of
I think the thing that hurt Greed Island is that it was coming off of York New City. And York New City was such a well-written arc. It was just so good that coming into Greed Island after that, I could definitely see. And I've seen a lot of people are 50-50 on the Chimera Ant arc. I like certain parts of it. I dislike other parts. But I enjoyed Black Whale 1. I enjoyed seeing a little more of these nuances with Nin and the different ways that they can be used, from the Nin Exorcist up to the different powers that the princes may have. The princes that don't know Nin and have no idea that they have a Nin beast, as opposed to the couple of princes that do know Nin and fucking are aware.
We already know who's going to be important, and then it's like, okay, we still have months.
Serednik and Hawkins. I think Serednik and Hawkenberg are the 2 princes that matter.
Ain't seen nothing of him since then. I'm like, bro, like, come on now, like, no.
But we know we've got all of these components in one place. Like, at any point in time, for some random point,
and how long they've been on this arc and on the boat.
Most beyond Chairman Netero's son is on this boat, bro.
And he's done nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. Like,
I know he's done
components. How many of them have done anything? Like,
but they didn't get off his boat.
Just the fact that we could get a see beyond Netero fight.
No, bro. It ain't like I'm saying like the arc is new. This arc has been going on for a minute. If you look at how many manga chapters, it's been going on for a minute.
Oh yeah, but look at how long the Chimera Ant arc was when it was being written. Look at how long freaking Greed Island was.
Ended.
Yeah.
You do need to hurry up, dog. Like I say, Barry,
I'm sorry,
people,
but
that's why
like,
people
I agree.
I can't.
We need to hurry it up.
Now, if he was doing like one,
but I just don't think Hunter's worse
and like
than
to me,
Fairy
Fairy
Tail.
Tail, Fairy Tail has its issues. The only real issues that Fairy Tail have, I ain't talking about the anime with the friendship beat. I'm talking about like the only real issues that Fairy Tail has is the ending. That's the only real issue.
That ending was terrible.
But a bad ending can ruin a whole anime or a whole story. Look at
it
Attack
can
on
knock
Titan.
off an anime.
Look
to
at
where
it.
but it can hurt.
Look
an
at
anime,
Attack on
but not
Titan.
significantly.
The
like,
bad
ending
ruined the whole
the ending of Fairy Tail
story.
is a problem. I'm not knocking that. The ending is definitely a problem. But
the ending is what matters at the end of the day.
On some things, like the way that their female characters are actually written is very well done compared to the majority of other anime. Lucy and Urza are some of the best freaking female characters.
I was gonna say Eden Zero freaking.
That's one thing. So they actually do that.
I enjoy. I like Eden Zero a lot.
Actually, stay relevant. They're not just written off or come pointless after a certain point.
Elsie Scarlet, bro.
Like that's what
a better written Scarlet Urza, maybe.
Like Urza's a great character.
Yeah, but she's better as Elsie Scarlet in Eden Zero.
No, I'm sorry. Like Fairy Tail has good points. I'm just like Hunter it disappointed me. Like Hunter could have had like the lineage and the expansion and the lore like Naruto does. And it doesn't.
Yeah, but Naruto had a lot of low points. There was a lot of lull time in Naruto.
No, it's not. Naruto doesn't really have any bad arcs as a whole.
I disagree.
I think you're referring to the. I don't know what you.
I'm talking about. I'm even talking about them. I'm talking about from OG Naruto up until Shippuden in those 800 episodes or however many manga volumes. There were definitely some parts of Naruto where I was just like, man.
Like I'm looking like the only bad arc you can say that's in the entirety of Naruto is the war, and that's because the war.
I'm not even. I'm just talking about. I'm talking about some of the freaking, just some of the writing and some of the arcs in general. Like, because you got to think, Naruto had a lot of filler in manga as well. There was a lot of manga filler. There was a lot of freaking.
A lot needs to be hurt. I ain't counting filler.
Watch it again, Jelly, and realize how terrible your decision making was.
That's I was like, nah, but it's like I'm not, and Joe, I'm not finna watch Fairy Tail because Fairy Tail watch.
Don't do it. We ain't going.
Oh no, I'm not finna watch.
I read it. I
read it. I'm not finna watch it. I'm sorry. The first time I saw Gray punch through somebody, he's supposed to be bleeding, but they made a crystallized lion come out instead of blood and guts. I'm like, you know what? We're not gonna do this today.
Yeah,
it's like this.
Go read Eden Zero, bro.
And like,
or go read
they blow so much on the power of friendship in there to where
there's not as many episodes.
It's not even that bad. Like this. They make whole flashbacks per episode on some stuff that's not even like, oh my god. So I can't do that. But in manga form, no. I mean, it's gonna be people like, how dare you put Hunter last? Like, please, like. Tell me,
I just
like, actual
over Fairy Tail.
Tell me some good fights to actually finish. You know, like Crollo against Killua's grandfather and father. Great fight. Don't finish. Like I'm so sick of fights not finishing in Hunter x Hunter. It pisses me off.
But we get a chance to. And like I know we haven't seen it yet.
There's a chance. They sat there in the freaking barrier for all of like 5 episodes.
You know we're getting Hisoka Crollo too, but we also know that now that the Zoldycks are part of the Spiders, because you've got Illumi and
I told you about this sport,
bro. Bro, it's been so many years. You ain't
I was gonna say, bro,
you ain't caught yet, bro. I was like, come on, bro. Like at this point, it's like, what is it? Well, I'm looking at this point, like, give me something to work with. Like, I don't got Gon, which is fine. I don't have Killua, which hurts. Like, I got Gold Kurapika and a whole bunch of new people and a whole bunch of new ideas. Most of them nothing has transpired from them. Like the last 10
manga that they just introduced. But you got to think, this is the finishing up, I feel like, of Killua's arc with the Spiders. You've got the Spiders in one place. You've got Killua. You've got Serednik. You've got Serednik, who we know has a stash of Kurta Crimson Eyes. We know we're going to get Kurapika versus Serednik at some point, which is going to be crazy.
You know, the horrible part about it, if Kurapika supposed to finish off with the Spiders, Kurapika's going to be dead before he gets to them.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to die during this, but I think that's part of
they nerfed his eyes, and then they done buffed the Spiders. But you going to say you're supposed to finish with him? Bro, they nerfed his eyes.
And they've made it to where he has an He has an enemy in Serednik, who we can
Bro,
all agree is the
see,
most
we say
dangerous
that. You know the
prince.
crazy part about it? Kurapika's not even the most important character in the arc anymore.
Hey, but he's still
Like
the
we
nigga
say
who.
that, like he's not even the most
think
important character in
he's
the arc
still the
anymore.
nigga. He's still the nigga who brought a shovel to the fight with Ubergine.
Yeah, that was so long ago.
It was.
That was
But maybe,
stupid.
I
hey,
can't do it.
maybe he brings a shovel for Serednik.
Bro,
Okay,
if you're finna
you
fight
can
somebody,
get
you bring a
I ain't gonna
shovel. I'm
lie,
like, oh, you gonna
Serednik
use
gonna
that?
body
No.
that nigga.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though.
where he going, but otherwise,
If you
appreciate
bring
y'all
a
for
shovel
joining
to
us
a
for the
fight
game.
and be like, I ain't gonna use it to fight you.
Yeah, no,
It's
this
your
is to
grade.
bury your body after I'm done. Cuz what
We'll
we
see how
talking
it goes. Make sure y'all leave the like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to the amazing Spider Cam. He had to go cake off screen, but it is what it is. Zelman, where can they find you at? It's on Overall 99 Media. Hit up with your
I
boy
put a whole
Afro
sign
Common.
so
Where
you
can
can
they
watch the
find
whole
you?
episode.
You already know at AfroCommie765 on all platforms. Of course, on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag. You know the vibe. Something
It
flagrant.
looks like
Something
Doug gotta go run to the
inflammatory.
store to pick up some Twizzlers and some kettle chips. Of course, I'm your boy Monterey Hudson. Catch me everywhere it says Monterey Hudson, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, everywhere else.
Threads
Make
is
sure y'all go pick up your
crazy.
boy. Make sure y'all do everything like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell for Overall 99 Media, Brother Gadoos, and of course on the Blurred Cartel. Thank you all for watching. We is out.